who looked at one and thought, you know what this needs? Small, pasty, sliced up pickles.
We're talking about corn dogs, for anybody wondering, and hi!
Hello!
Welcome!
So like once upon a time, I was small. Just once though. Just once.
Like smaller?
Yeah, like smaller.
You're already pretty small.
Were you a 4-foot little piece of shit boy?
I was a 4-foot little piece of shit boy crawling through the walls looking for cheese.
Couldn't just ask for cheese.
No, it's only in the walls.
No, I just want wall cheese, Arden.
It's the best kind, I've heard, because I can't taste things.
Okay. You guys head into the access tunnels. As you move, it's effectively just long hallways lined with concrete walls. It's a bit warmer in here compared to what it is outside, even without Marile's help. Still pretty chilly, but it seems a bit better. Power in the entire place seems to be out, and there's a reddish glow from emergency backup lights that illuminate it as you move. It takes you guys about 20-30 minutes of navigation before you start to find signs and whatnot that point you in the direction that you want to go in this otherwise vaguely maze-like series of hallways. Another 5-10 minutes go by. There's no stirring from the Knights of Ulyssia that you are carrying with you until you eventually come to where you believe the entryway into the stadium should be. As you do, from the darkness ahead of you, you guys hear the sound of what sounds like metal scraping on metal very briefly, the clicking of equipment, and what sounds like the resonant loading of 2 guns echoing down the hallways, as those of you that have the ability to see more than 60 feet or so would see at the end of this place, the hallway opens up a bit into a what looks like an almost loading bay-like area with a large set of shuttered doors that are currently closed. As you come close, you see 2 figures wearing the same uniforms as the people that you're carrying, pointing guns, one male, one female. The woman looks to be a bit younger, has vibrant swept back hair. The man seems to be actually quite bulky. You would recognize both of these people, Gino. As you guys come to this area, you see them both point their guns forward, and just as you notice them, you hear from the large guys like, "Hey, stop! Identify yourselves!"
Hi, it's Gino and Manny.
Hi.
See them squinting. You know that they can't see in the dark as well as you guys. There's still about 50 feet between you. You see the larger man aims his gun, kind of eyes squint almost painfully tight, and he puts his hand over his eyes as if shielding himself from the light will somehow help him in seeing down the hallway. Yeah, I know that voice. And I know that voice. Are you guys still sane?
Yeah?
Oh, yeah.
I feel like we are.
Were they ever?
You would know this man, Gino, and probably you also as well, Emmanuel. You would know this man to be named Catelyn, and you would know the younger woman to be named Adrian. They would have been in some of your notes.
Oh, yeah.
As they walk up, you see the guy kind of lower his gun. All right, well, I was worried you're going to be some crazy big old possessed suit of armor. Are there others like him? He looks over to the other. I don't know, it's been weird here. Glad you made it back!
Yeah, you guys seem like you're doing alright, kind of, and as good as you could be.
The girl, spins the gun in her hand and holsters it.
Well, we're doing okay. Not particularly well. Most of the 100 knights that were with us before are super in the ground. We didn't have much hope we'd see you come back.
Well, I had a lot of help for gestures to the others.
Hello.
Hiding behind Arden.
Hi.
Winks in their general direction.
I believe we have a couple of yours.
Yeah, he's just holding one of them over his shoulder.
Brings the other one forward as well.
Oh. Yeah, we were wondering where they were. They went out a while ago and, man, I feel like we're saying this a lot. I guess we assumed they were dead. Oh, jeez. Are they okay?
They are, unfortunately, not.
Ah, they're Looney Tunes.
Yeah, they were, possessed or whatever by Lilith, so that's a bad time.
The girl, walks up closer to you guys.
Oh, Lorian and Catalina. That leaves only about 10 of us left.
We didn't know what you would want to do with them, so we brought them back as best we could.
Well, I guess you should come inside and we don't really have anything like an infirmary, but there's some locker rooms attached to this place that we Sort of set up to treat people, but since there's not that many people here, they haven't been used all that much. Maybe if we get them in there and let them get some rest, they'll be better?
Maybe.
Let's
Might
try
be best to keep them locked away.
Pointy objects away from them.
Yeah.
Is that a demon? You just see Theo, the larger guy, who by this point you notice has a kind of simple way about him. You see him like looking, like walks over to just about near Arden, who he stands about half a foot taller than. He is a large man.
Whoa.
And he's just leaning around you, like hands on his hips. Hey, you got a demon with you.
Yeah, this is my friend Fianula. She's real nice. She's very strong.
We're gonna watch the Mighty Duck movies.
Hi.
Hey, are you, so you're a good demon.
Jeez. One of the best.
If I wasn't, you'd probably try to kill me, right?
Feels like
Yep.
Probably like my
Puts his
on her
hand out
shoulder.
to you. Luckily, you say you are.
Holding on to like
pretty
the
good.
back of Arden's vest and just slowly reach out my hand.
Hello.
Hey, my name is Catelyn. Never met a good demon before. What's up? Except Gino. I don't know if you're a demon.
Okay, yeah.
Sorry if that was
About to
insulting,
say,
Gino.
what the fuck am
Nice
I?
to meet you.
Fianula. Nice to meet you too. Your people usually don't like me, so hi.
Hi. Yeah, we normally kill you.
Yeah. I
Yeah.
know.
Well, this has gone well. He turns and he walks back towards the door. Oh, I'm glad you guys are all on the up and up. As he goes by, he hits a very large button on the door. The shutters move slowly and begin to raise up, and you see the glow of what looks like a very large area, the inside of the stadium, the playing field of this sports arena through there. You guys might as well go in. You probably got a lot to talk to Adric about, huh?
yeah, a bit.
Yeah.
So you want us to just drop these people off in a
Yeah,
place up
you
here?
can leave
In
them
a
with me.
Changing room? Okay.
Get a wheelbarrow.
Okay.
Yeah, you guys are gonna love Adric. He's one of the best demon hunters in the world. He's killed so many. You guys will get along super well. As you guys do, he takes both of them, just one over each shoulder. Can't emphasize enough. This is a very large, jock-like individual, betrayed by the very eloquent dress of that the Knights of Ulyssia dress in. He turns, he starts walking with both of them. Adrian just references to you guys.
I'll stay here. Someone's got to make sure that no demons try to break in, as well as murder the faces off of any that try.
And she like reloads her already loaded gun. As you guys head in, you notice as you pass by Adrian that she has something you haven't seen before, Gino and Emmanuel. She has this leather strap wrapped like tightly around one of her arms, around her bicep. That appears to have these copper and gold rings also wrapped around it with this, what looks like faint circuitry moving between it. You recognize the make of it, the craftsmanship, to be very similar to stuff you've seen Ovet make in the past. See that present. You notice another one of them is also present on Catelyn as he walks away. As you guys walk in, the stadium is a very large sports arena. It is complete with thousands of seats for spectators. There's the usual expected dugouts that opposing teams would play in, which are currently not in use, obviously. There's a large canopy overhead that would protect the place from weather normally, but has been sealed over, and you notice that even though the temperature here is actually fairly mild, you see that the canopy not only appears to be closed, but there is a film of ice and large stalagmites hanging down from it, as if the ceiling in here is still freezing cold. That is, of course, a couple hundred feet up from here. Among the stands, you see pockets of what look like civilians, just random people, huddled around the area. Blankets over most of them are lying down. Some cans of food and whatnot, and the entire place is illuminated by the dull glow of emergency power, making it so that everything is in dim light, but nothing is super bright. There's a very dreary tone that hangs in the air. The air itself is crisp. When you breathe out, you still feel like you're outside on a winter's day, but it is survivable. And as you walk around, you hear the buzzing of these large machines that have been constructed in different shapes that appear to be set up on a perimeter around the stadium, that as you come by them and leave them, you can tell that they are heating the area, and they appear to be made out of loose elements that were probably found around here. As you head into the main floor, you see a large area that looks like it had been separated by dividers and whatnot. Appears to have been cleared out into one central area that has been repurposed into a workshop. Within it, you see machinery that's been taken apart. You see a couple cars that have been dragged in here and dismantled entirely. And you see a figure with a welding torch, back turned to the lot of you, a female figure with spiked up, relatively wild hair despite their old age, pair of goggles on. They appear to have a gas mask on as well, humming to themselves as they continue to work. You see another female figure who is, again, very tall, very muscular, moving around big pieces of machinery. You would know these people to be Ida and Ovet, Gino. As you continue forward, you hear that the Ovet is humming to themselves, Don't Stop Me Now, by Queen. As you do, they appear to be constructing another one of the heating units. One of you, your foot grazes against a piece of metal. It resounds and reverberates out through the area, and they stop. They turn over to you, the gas mask placed up against their face, giving them a strangely, almost surgical, plague doctor meets mechanic-esque look whenever they turn towards you, and they reach up, they pull it down. You see a big smile cross their face.
Emmanuel! Gino!
Hey, Ovet! How's it going?
She, like, puts the welding torch down, walks over to you, like, arms out. This woman who's half your size tries to wrap her arms around you. Doesn't really manage to.
Hey, how you doing in here?
I'm doing absolutely terribly, as are all of us.
Yeah, that's probably a dumb question. Hi!
Hey, I'm very glad to see you made it back.
Got some news for you. You might be excited about, but, Adric's up, right? We gotta go meet with him.
Yeah, he hasn't up, as in like awake, as if that man ever sleeps.
Upward.
Oh yes, vertically, he's up there.
Yeah. Okay. Cool. Yeah.
How did you manage to make it back? We barely managed to wander around for more than a few hours in that blizzard.
Well, got
She's really hot.
Yes, she is. Over there, it points to Marile. She's got a ball of fire that's really
You're
warm.
not wrong.
Yeah.
The winter blister is cold and unforgiving, but my bosom is warm and comfy.
Wink.
You all got here in this lady's bosom?
They reach.
What?
It wouldn't surprise me, but no.
So like, if we were in like the day after tomorrow, she's like the fireplace that somehow stops us all from instantly freezing to death.
You see
really
them,
hot.
You see them nod with understanding at you, Emmanuel.
Well, it's very nice to meet all of you. My name is Ovet Milewile. I am a researcher that works with the Knights of Ulyssia. I'm a little bit of a big deal around these parts, but feel free to address me entirely informally. I'm very happy to see more survivors.
Abuelita?
Nice to meet you.
You're a demon.
I'm
true.
sorry.
It's a big
No,
cock
don't
and
be
piece.
sorry.
That's
I mean,
all right.
what
He's
I
a
am.
demon too.
Yeah.
I fixed him after all. I'm sure you'll be fine.
I don't need fixing, but I'm Theanula. Hi.
Raises a
Fix
hand.
them up a nice cup of cocoa.
Oh, do you have any?
Oh no, I looked. We were gonna get pizza too, and we never did because the stupid robots attacked us.
That's scary.
You were attacked by
dead now.
robots? Where are they? Did you bring them back?
No,
they're
No, we broke them. They're over in the pizza place, but I don't know how useful
They were
they'd be.
animatronics that were taken over by demonic forces. They
Auden really fucked one of them up. It was really cool.
I did.
Did
I think.
I think
Can't
so.
remember.
It looks pretty fucking broken, dude.
Honestly, when you look at the reviews, maybe they were always possessed by demons.
Well, you're a demon. Well, I know you two, and you're apparently a stove. How about the rest of you? What's your story? Gino wouldn't hang out with just anybody.
a regular delivery boy.
You're carrying a devil arm.
I don't
Many
have a
people
Not
are.
you, no.
Yeah.
They
Doesn't
turn
have it.
entirely away from you. They, their eyes move and they, like, look at you, Arden.
What up? Hi, I'm Arden Doyle. I'm part of an order. Or I used to be part of the order.
Sanguine heart.
In our profession, usually when we meet people who start their introduction with "Hello, I'm part of an order," and they hunt demons, it very rarely goes well for both sides.
I mean, we're sort of on the same. So also, my order was kind of wiped out.
It's just him and another really cute girl.
Mm-hmm.
They're
Ah.
both very nice.
Is it you?
No, I'm not part of the order.
But she is very cute.
Oh, glad you think so, Arthur.
We will rebuild your order with a bunch of cute girls, is what I'm hearing.
I don't think we have to do that.
Holiday, do you want to join up?
I also have a devil arm, and Arden has one, and so does Gino, and so does Manny.
Everyone but me.
Yeah.
Oh yeah, Marile has one too, but it's like inside her boobs. I don't really know how it works, but it's in there somewhere.
I wouldn't say it is in my bosom. It's more like one of those Benwa balls. Deep inside me, it is hard to reach unless you are there.
A Behawa what?
That's gonna make it hard to research.
Yup.
You see the goggles on them, there's like little lenses just come around the edge as if it causes them to like squint. You notice these goggles, there's actually light coming out of the front of them, this pinkish light.
I think I'll pass on that one. I think.
I don't know how to get it out.
That's alarming. I'm so sorry.
So, Yonula.
What?
I just say as she's like talking over toward Marley. Remember the cute girl we mentioned before, where she said maybe we shouldn't let them know everything we have?
You're right. I'm sorry.
No, I got this cool shield, and he pops it out on his arm.
We already spilled the beans, but maybe in the future with other people we don't say everything. Okay? Okay, good.
Yeah. You met the girl with the weird briefcase, right? The glowy one.
Oh yes, I did, and she managed to get away.
Yeah, she talked about meeting you.
Oh yeah?
Yeah, she was creeped the fuck out and ran away.
That sounds like a whole lot of her problem. I wanted to look at a briefcase.
I did too, and she like let me hold it for a sec, and then it went like dark.
Well, I'm sure she's off telling people that you also creeped her the fuck out. How rude, right? Very rude.
I mean, if you were around with us, I got her distracted for about an hour. You could have researched it then.
Oh.
I can do it again. We just got to go find her.
I don't think we have time.
We came here for a different reason, right? Like,
Oh, you want to distract her, Arden?
what?
Do you want to take a turn distracting her, Arden?
No.
So, Gino, once this is all over, I'm gonna need you to turn over that shield. I'm sure you understand.
Once what's all over?
This whole catastrophe we're in.
Oh, sure.
And also, all of you, I assume you all understand your devil arms and whatnot. You're gonna have to... Once the apocalypse is ended, I will need you to turn those over to us.
I'm not from here, so no. Also, should we tell her that, Lilith's on her way and stuff?
Right! Lilith's on her way. We gotta warn Adric.
Yeah.
Alright. But you will have to turn that stuff over. I'm not gonna fight you about it now. I'm just saying you're gonna have to do it.
Of course. Definitely. Come on, let's go.
No.
Look,
Let's go find
of course
this
we will,
Adric person.
Alright, talk to you later.
Gino, you have told, as you guys walk away, you have told them what we do, right? I don't know, whatever.
Sure.
As you guys head up to the next floor, you arrive in an area that would be used for commentators, producers, people that are involved in running the stadium, looking out at it during games, but it has again largely been cleared out. A couple of beds have been set up in the area that seem to have been refashioned from pillows and whatnot that are around. There's a couple of desks that remain. As you walk in, you see the back of a figure who is wearing, looks to be the same general uniform that you've seen everybody else wearing in the Knights of Ulyssia, except they also have this blue cloak that is very similar to Gino's, that is wrapped around them, which those of you in the Knights of Ulyssia would know is a sign that you are one of the 10 Petal Knights, those who run and are the highest standing members of the Knights of Ulyssia. There's a very large emblem on the back of it with gold lining running from it out to the edges. There's a pauldron binding it on one of their shoulders, and the other, this large black plume of feathers covers the right shoulder. The figure initially looking out at the stadium back to all of you. You can see the back of their head. They have brown hair that's been swept back. They turn, and they looked at a lot of you. Seems we have survivors.
You sure do.
It's good to see you, Gino.
Yeah, likewise. Gotta cut right to the point. Lilith is coming. Here. Right now.
Yeah?
I just thought you should probably know about that.
We've encountered them before.
Okay. And you have ways to deal with her?
There are certain wards that are set up here that should stop demons from being able to enter directly.
Like your
So what
run-of-the-mill
time-
demons, or like your demon lord kind of demons?
Like any demon that gets in here is going to have to make themselves very known.
Right.
So what I'm hearing is we won the race.
Sounds like it.
We have
Okay.
tried before to get into that large structure that popped out of the ground. When we did, we were chastised and insulted by the voice of a woman who hid within the snow. They introduced themselves as Lilith. If they'd wanted to get us by now, I feel like they'd already be in here.
That's weird.
Good to know that you are secure. At
Yeah,
least
I
as
mean,
much as
it's-
you can be.
So I know you two. My name is Adric Blackspring. Under better circumstances, I could introduce myself as the head of 100 of these Knights of Ulyssia, but our numbers have been dramatically reduced. Who are you?
Survivors, thanks to your men here. We are just coming here for safety.
Name's Arden.
Gotta have
They are collectively Arden.
Ah, good to meet you, Ardens.
Likewise.
I guess we're Ardens now.
The Ardens.
Arden Locke.
Well, if I must introduce myself, then I must say my name is Marilyn Justice. I know now that for many men, leading a big party that has been shrunk to a little bitty bit is very, very stressful. And so I bet to you my card, my services,
And what services
relieve-
would those be?
relieving stress.
You would find it very hard to do that for me.
Is that a challenge?
The fate of every life in this stadium rests on my shoulders. Unless you have a real suggestion. Kindly. Sorry, I'm being curt. I don't mean to be.
That's okay, my card.
What?
My card.
Your card.
My number.
You're like holding one out to him?
Yes.
He very much locks eyes with you. There's a very no-nonsense look on his face as he takes it, without breaking eye contact, moves it, and sets it on a desk next to him.
There's a very nonsense look on her face, and she's just grinning and looking at him.
Does it say what she does on that card?
I think he's figured that out.
I'm just curious.
It's warm around you.
I've been told I have a very welcoming presence.
They
As
give
a
nice
dev-
hugs.
Are you a demon?
No, it's a
Devil
item.
You have a devil arm. He looks to the rest of you. And you're all well armed as well.
Wouldn't have
So
survived
many
if we weren't.
arms.
Are these more than just civilians, Gino?
They're very, very good fighters. The lot of them. We'd probably not be here if they weren't with us. So, compatriots? Allies?
I don't suppose you encountered Colleen or any of Colleen's men while you were out?
Nuh-uh.
There were two we brought in, of Katarina and Lorian, I think they said their names were. I don't know if those are hers, but...
No, they're mine. Based on knowledge we have of the demon world, Lilith is the progenitor of all succubi and most lust demons. If they got their hands on two of our men, I imagine it'll be hard to break them free from it.
Kill Lilith? Would that do it?
Well, that's the idea. That's what we'd want to do. We're trying to hold things down here. We need to debrief. Tell me everything that happened to you.
How much time do you have?
As long as it takes.
Okay, so we were walking down the road, just having a chat about the mission. And then we went around the back, and I was like, all right, I got this, Gino. And he's like, I trust you, bro. And I was like, thanks. And so I tried to use the ring to get inside the building, but it blinded me. So that wasn't very useful. So we went in the front door. That was probably the better option to go with at the beginning, in hindsight. And we met everyone else here because they were hiding poorly behind curtains. I shot some glass. We got some things from behind it. They got mad at me for shooting the glass because they didn't realize it was awesome.
Adric looks to be listening attentively but judgmentally as you continue to talk. Emmanuel.
We went downstairs. We saw this old guy. He had a sword. He knew him, but I didn't know him. And he said something about something, and then he did
You said
a
something
thing.
about something.
And then there was an earthquake. And then we all fell down a hole.
You went down into a basement on the mission where you were sent to the Roland exhibition. You found a man who wasn't supposed to be there who said something about something.
And then all these things came out of the
And
ground.
then the apocalypse started.
Yep, and then...
Could you go ahead and just for me real quick, could you just recount what that something about something was, please?
Arden.
Fuck, what was it? Yeah, Arden. It was you knew, what was it? What did you say?
He knows Arden.
You know the man who caused all of this?
I don't think he caused it. I think he knew it was coming.
You knew him by name. He said it out loud when we bumped into it.
They're not like friends or anything, though. He's a really bad man, and Arden's a really good person.
It gets seem kind of tense. I think they like had a fight or something.
He's the guy who killed his whole order, so I think they're not on good terms.
His order?
Yeah, the order of the saccharine heart?
Of the sanguine heart.
Yeah, that's it.
I've heard of you.
He killed all of them?
I wouldn't have thought of it from just your name, but you're Arden Doyle, aren't you?
Uh-huh. That's him right there.
That's your full name?
Do I have to say anything?
Do you have a bigger name?
I know about you. You're a freelance demon hunter.
Aye.
And according to some intel, you're a demon.
Not like a full demon. More of just, listen, this whole demon thing was kind of forced upon me.
Yeah,
I bet.
I was born.
And another member of your order caused all of this to happen, or knew it was going to happen.
Right, yeah.
Talk.
His name is Layden Stratum. You've probably heard of him as well.
I have.
Given who you are. He's the one who, is responsible for destroying our order, destroying the Sanguine Hearts. He's the one who, I believe he helped in the, the apocalypse.
I see.
He,
Theo will, kind of peek out from behind Arden.
From what I remember Arden explaining, Layden was trying to contact, Mundus. Really, really bad demon. And, he managed to get in contact with him, and,
I see.
He, made a deal or something where he had to, destroy Arden's order and let demons kill everyone. And in order to, get power and stuff. But Arden didn't do anything wrong. He has nothing to do with the bad stuff Layden's doing. It's all Layden. Just Layden trying to get power from Mundus. Now, Mundus is really, really big and bad, and he was probably gonna try to come back through, and Veilfar's here, and it just...
We know.
It's okay.
And we know Mundus. Our order... Ulyssia, the progenitor of it, the one that we formed our order around, was involved in an ancient battle against Mundus. They're a core figure in our beliefs. We were basically formed as part of a resistance to fight back against them. Not us, literally, obviously, but those who came before us. They were defeated a long time ago and sealed away by Sparta. They've tried to get out before, but a certain other devil hunter that we have our eyes on, who goes by the name of Dante, stopped him from getting out. Makes sense that he'd continue to try to get out. He is currently sealed away inside of a place called the Malay Vault, a subdimension between spaces. It used to exist on an island that would appear in random places in the world. Till Dante pushed him back in and destroyed the island. So this Layden Stratum came here and is kicking things off to try to get Mundus out from the Malay Vault, somehow, is what you're telling me.
Right.
Uh-huh.
And all of you are involved in this?
We happened to be around whenever everything went down with them. Stop all of this. We obviously would love that to happen as well. I wanted to know what you thought you could do to the spire that has appeared in the middle of this city.
We had tried to approach the one that was here when we got to its base, but whenever we did, we found that there was no way to get inside of it. How did you get into the last one?
Points at Gino.
Yeah. Ray raised his hand, a bunch of metal eyeballs looked at me and then was like, welcome, and then the door opened.
Oh.
And then it was telling me that repairs needed or something. 2,000 years have passed or something like that.
Oh, so it's been sealed away for about the same amount of time that the battle against Mundus took place, that he was sealed away. I'm sure that's unrelated. It's not. I've been told I'm bad at sarcasm. I'm sure it's related. Okay. Well, if you can get in, then that's good. Just to keep you abreast of what's happened here. since we already told you there's fewer of us. You know that we sent you to investigate the Roland exhibit, because demonic armors and the like had shown up there while you were gone. When the eruption happened, we were already split into different groups. We were here, investigating where to find the archaeologist who threw together that exhibit, a person who goes by the name Takumi Roland. We thought we would track down their business partners. All 100 knights were here in this city, but when the eruption happened, the only ones who survived were the ones who were already within this shopping center. So it's only the ones that you've seen here. Ever since then, we've wanted to take action, but we've been stuck trying to take in anyone we can to keep them warm. The plan is that after we fortified this place, we would take the half of the remainder of the knights who are here and head for New St. Cheshire. That's where Colleen went to, and we don't know how well they're doing, but I trust that Colleen is probably fine. They went to investigate where Takumi Roland specifically was. We believe that we need to find that individual, that they're connected to everything that's happened here, since they're the one that made that exhibit. So our long-term plan is we need to track them down and ask where the dig site is, where they got all the stuff they put in that museum. If you're willing to help us with that, we could probably make some progress.
Yeah, anything that helps.
The main thing we need to do is we need to make this blizzard go away. We hadn't thought that to be possible, but if you could get inside that large structure, and if you could cut it off from the frost hell, we'd be a lot more comfortable leaving a few people to take care of the people here, and then we could head to St. Cheshire. There's one issue that's working against us, which is that, initially, he looks out the window and he points over towards the far side of the canopy, where you see there's a section that's been boarded up. It looks like it's been destroyed to a degree, and then was repaired. When we got here, we initially encountered one thing that we couldn't quite handle. There was a demon. It goes by the name Lucifer, based on what we know of it. It used to be the Lord of the Frost Hell, a long time ago. It attacked us with rose-like swords, and it almost killed us. But then it heard the voice of a demon, Valfar, and it left, without finishing us off. He didn't return, but that worries us, because that means that if they went Colleen's way, I don't think that whatever they have at their disposal could stand up against him on their own, so we want to get there and meet up with them before Lucifer decides to take them out.
Well, alright.
How long ago did Lucifer attack?
That was when we heard him calling out, I think. That was less than a day ago, right?
It's a bit hard to tell time without access to the sun. Everything's pretty dark, but yeah. Within a day and a half, day ago maybe. If you see them, it's an angelic, knight-like demon. They stand, must be 10, 12 feet tall. You wouldn't miss them. And they're highly verbose. They'll be sure to introduce themselves if you meet, I'm certain. Are you gonna stay on my desk?
Do you want me not on it?
I don't want you on it. You can stay there if you want, but it's just... it seems unrelated to what we're doing.
Because, oh, you know what, that's mean, I won't say that. The work you're doing is so important.
Yes, it is.
Do you need the desk?
Not really. If you're comfortable, then stay where you are.
I like what I'm hearing.
He rubs his temples again. That, and we also have the issue of the Order of the Sword. What was that?
They've been giving you problems?
What was that highly emphasized noise you just made?
Molly, I'm just she's on the deck.
No, you went.
You did.
We saw one of their
anime.
You did it like one of Emmanuel's animes. What was that?
I did not. I was the aneurysm coming from the messing with. What were you
he's
saying?
He's probably just really into Marile, and he's kind of jealous that she's flirting with you, right? But speaking of Order of the Sword, we saw one of the helicopters, and we were in a cave and shit. We were hunting a bull that was on fire, which is how Marile is so on. But that's a whole other story for another time. But there were a bunch of dead Order of the Sword dudes, and that's how I got this.
I'm just moving around in my little cloak.
That was
surprisingly... they're in a helicopter.
That was surprisingly the most information any of you have delivered in a short period of time. Thank you.
We had saw the helicopter making their way to this part of the city, actually. What kind of information do you have on it?
The Order of the Sword, we know who they are. We know what they want, roughly. We don't know exactly why they're here, but for a very long time, they are like our deranged shadow. The Order of the Sword also started because of Sparta. Our order was founded when Ulyssia was spared by the great demonic warrior Sparta when he awakened to justice, and sided and spared with Ulyssia, who had fought him to a standstill. He was a just demon, one of the few. The Order of the Sword also worships Sparta. They worship him as a god, and they strive towards a corrupt version of demonhood. This is a secret to most people. They operate off of an island that they keep sequestered away from the rest of the world, accessible only by air travel. But we know. They've been doing experiments into trying to turn people into demons for a long time. They worship a being called the Savior. We don't know what it is exactly, but we know that it has some foundation in demonic magic. The only
Probably
reason...
big.
The Savior?
Probably big.
Well, it does sound like something that would be big.
But like, when you think of El Salvador, you think of someone grandiose and big and hulking, sexy. Someone serious that you want to follow. Big is usually where you start.
I agree.
Nicolo, have you seen Death Note?
No.
Oh.
Just like plop pose.
I will say, the Order of the Sword, for what it's worth, only tends to investigate places where they think they might find artifacts or reliquaries of Sparta. Which means if they're here, they must believe that something related to Sparta is also going on.
No clue what that could be.
So you haven't ran into them at all?
We've seen some of their helicopters, but one of the reasons that we want to catch up with Colleen is that the majority of what we've seen is them heading for New St. Cheshire. If I had to pose a theory, whatever this dig site is, maybe there's something related to Sparta there, and they also want to find Takumi.
I figured
So
it out.
you might learn more if we take care of the spire then. Good enough for me.
Demon history question. Would I know of anything named the Savior, or would that ring any little demon bells in the brain space?
Out of context in game, the Savior was the big giant statue thing in Devil May Cry 4. It's not an actual demon, it's a construct fueled by certain demonic components. It's like a false god the Order creates.
Order of the Sword Boys are weird.
It has no history up until DMC4.
I figured it out. I know it.
You know what?
Samurai Pizza Cats. That's the one you saw.
Is this true, Nicolo? Have you seen Samurai Pizza Cats?
Let's say
We
yes,
have to get to the bottom of this. What anime have you seen? Which of the animes are you familiar with?
Sailor Moon? Is that
I have seen
Like-
Macross.
Is that a show that like where a bunch of sailors like sail around at night?
That's
the
what
moon?
I was thinking, Arden.
No, it's a bunch of girls from high school who turn into.
Are they on a boat?
Listen,
Are they on a boat?
No.
no
Do
boats.
they fight demons?
Yes, actually.
Technically.
Oh.
They wear
was,
tiny miniskirts.
So like
Useful
you.
research material.
Bunch of young
Tiny
women get
mini
together
skirts.
and fight evil by moonlight. Interesting. Alright, so...
Out of
saving the
character.
world,
It
let's
was-
do this. As things stand, between the two of us, we've got a clearer picture of what's going on. If you wouldn't mind, I'd like to take a while to ponder what we should do. If you're all willing to help, give me a while, go relax, take some time.
Raises her hand.
Yes.
You need time to ponder, raise your hand, relax.
What?
I'm telling you to go relax.
This one's a hard one and not in a good way, Nicolo.
It's a good way. It's a very good way, actually.
You all go take some time to yourselves. I'm going to discuss things with Ovet and some of the others, and we'll see what we can do about this. We'll call you back once we can think of a way that we want to approach this, now that we have additional resources. At the very least, Gino, if you can get into that spire, I'm pretty sure we can be confident that's where you have to go. We'll also make sure we keep an extra watch out for Lilith. If they said they were coming here, we'll make sure we're not caught off guard.
Yeah, we were supposed to like race or something, so we got here first. I guess we won.
Is there anyone in particular we should go?
Wherever
Or
you want.
anywhere would do.
We're trying to keep the area relatively heated. You want to go relax? Go ahead. If you need food or anything, some of the knights have found some rations. They could give some to you. Now take a load off. You all deserve a break.
And one more thing, as he's like walking out the door, in case Ovet would care, these spires have Machiavelli's workshop in them, just so you know. And he just walks out the door.
They have what? Come back!
Okay, I'm back.
Those things are a Dromalek.
I don't know what that word means.
We were so close to leaving.
I didn't think it would be that big of a thing.
You see,
It's the thing that controls the spires. Yeah, no.
Everyone says Machiavelli is a big deal.
they were the greatest weaponsmith and inventor among all demons, and they were briefly involved in the struggle between Mundus and Sparta. They were the one who forged various weapons that Sparta left with us, including the ones that were used to seal the demon world from the human world. And they disappeared. From what we know, Sparta turned against them and sealed their workshop between both worlds. If those spires are their workshop, that means the tools in there might be able to remake weapons similar to those that were used by Sparta.
Yeah. And I remember when I met this lady with a glowy briefcase, that she was saying that I and that briefcase were both apparently made by Machiavelli. I mean, I knew I was made by Machiavelli, but apparently I was made out of the same stuff the briefcase was. And maybe that's, I don't know what that really means for me, but it lets me in, I guess.
I see. If a Dromalek could be used to remake a weapon like Yamato, that could unseal Mundus. This just became a much larger issue than this area. This now has to do with the entire human world. You see him looking kind of exhausted as he clearly thinks about this. Right, go relax. Thank you for letting me know that ahead of time. This is more urgent than we thought it was.
Glad I said something. Okay, see ya, baby, later. Let's go!
Alright, you guys head over to the other side of the stadium, where part of the canopy had been destroyed. You find that some of the seats, it's on the upper area, so you have to go through up the stairs and find your way through the concourse that separates the different layers of this place. You head over to it. Yeah, you find it's like a good 30-foot hole that appears to have been patched over with hastily applied, like, large strips of metal that were clearly ripped out of the surrounding area. It's cold here. There's some cracks in it that allow small bits of the blizzard to get in, which is uncomfortable to be around and would probably be bad for your health if not for having Marile with you. Marile,
I'm definitely wanting to stick together throughout this entire place.
I have no choice.
As time goes on, Marile, I will say that there's this kind of pain in the back of your skull that's been slowly building up as you guys move around. As you get closer to this area, to the outside, you start to feel it again. You don't know exactly what's causing it, but you do feel this pressure in your head that makes it slightly hard to concentrate.
She just slumps her head on Nicolo's chest, just like, bleh.
What? Are you alright?
Yeah.
Something is hurting my head. I don't understand. No es como normal migraña.
When you look around the area, the main things that you find are, again, like a 30-foot round hole was blown in the side into the stadium. It looks like it was ripped apart. From the way that some of the holes are formed, you can tell that it looks like it was pelted by a variety of projectiles that appeared to eat through it, because there's some places where there's just holes dug out into it. The seats that are on the inside after this in the surrounding area have similar signs of pelting by what look like almost spear-like or missile-like objects that just blasted the area. But beyond the debris, there's nothing really to take in here. Nothing appears to have been left from it.
Let's make our way away from here.
Okay.
Are you sure we might be onto something? If it gets worse, we're getting closer.
Are you okay?
Not any further we can go without going beyond where we are here, so no.
I guess that's all.
Holidays
Malazo
headed
puede
south.
ser.
Did I already roll like any sort of check to recall any information about Lucifer?
Lucifer. I don't know if this has come up before, but Lucifer is a demon that would be fairly widely studied. Obviously, the world has its own biblical idea of who Lucifer is as the devil, but within this canon, it is widely known that most real-world religions are not the case when it comes to the names of things. Lucifer, the Prince of Tyranny, a very elegant demon, maintained control over the Frost Hells for a long time. You would know generally upon trying to remember things based on information that you found out since that he was dethroned by Veilfar and serves as Veilfar's right-hand man for all intents and purposes now. It is a knight-like demon that, when it comes up, sometimes tries to pass itself off in certain cases as being angelic in nature, and it has the appearance, and you've seen a couple like rough, sketchy depictions of it in some books in the past. It has the vague image of what could be considered this almost paladin-like knight with large, with wings, but this betrays its nature as a demon of treachery. Hey! Nicola! You just hear from across the stadium just a reverberating yell coming at you. You see from the middle of the field, just looking up at you guys up on the second level. You've come all this way and you don't even come to see me! No.
I pull on Nicola's sleeve.
Give me a minute, I'll be up there in a second! You see this elderly figure run off towards the stairwell. You can hear from here just a
Marile just like slightly shuffles in his arms and just buries her head in his chest, trying to stifle laughter.
Hey,
Why am I still getting you?
Nicola.
Yes,
Pizza
Mari.
time.
No.
I think it's pizza time, Manny. Also, will they try to kill me? Should I hide again?
No, they're fine.
No one's here. No one. I don't think anyone here is going to try to kill you.
They're pretty honest about when they're thinking about killing you. There was long discussions about whether or not they could like cut my hand off and the ring would come off, because that's not killing me. So it like they considered that kind of fair, I guess. But I figured that probably wouldn't work.
That's fair. I was talking about Pizza Boy.
Wow.
He's probably the most dangerous we've met so far. Yes.
I feel like he's a pizza man.
I'm gonna hide behind Arden.
He runs up to you guys, just doubles over. You see this man he's wrapped in a blanket, but underneath it you can see he's just got effectively sweatpants and a white wife beater on. Fairly muscular, but also some like hardcore dad bod going on.
He looks like freaking Panucci from Futurama.
Totally.
Hey, boss.
Hey, Niccolo! Are you going to try to get out of here without coming to see me first? And you make all of these friends and you don't introduce them to me. Hello, I am... well, I've been called the great of many things. Oh, goodness. Hello.
You okay, boss?
Hey.
Hey.
Everyone, this is my boss, Bertuccio.
I am very sorry if he has given you any trouble whatsoever.
It's okay, I'll forgive him. One day.
Couldn't even come back in time to be escorted with me. Raises a hand up to you.
I had things to do, boss. I needed to... I'm glad you're safe.
An earthquake broke his car. And put it in the pit.
You wrecked your car.
And then he got a new car, and then a bull kind of hurt it, and then metal guy with a sword kind of finished the job.
Cut it right in half.
Yeah.
A man shouldn't have to say goodbye to 2 cars in 2 days.
Oh, pero Papi Bertuccio, I am safe and sound.
It is very good to hear. At least you all have been managing to take care of Marile. If you are good for one thing, and one thing alone, it is taking care of sweet Marile.
She just holds her hand out to him.
Takes your hand.
Of course, boss. How was it that you were able... How did you survive this?
I haven't ever told you about it, but below the pizza shop, I suppose maybe I should have told you just in case you ever needed it. I had something of a bunker.
This is unsurprising.
I closed the shutters, went into emergency mode. I've been prepared for an event like this for a very long time. Very long time. I thought I'd wait it out. And then these people broke in, told me they had to escort me back to here. At first I thought it would be you, but then I thought, oh, of course not. That would be him showing up on time. So...
Good one, boss.
They brought me back here and they took my weapons. You see him put his hands out, just... He took my gun! And then they gave me a blanket and some food, so it was alright.
You should have seen it, Papi Bertuccio. What you said about the pizzeria with the deer, it's all true.
Were they using animatronics for vile purposes? Like I thought they were.
Mm-hmm. But Niccolo did a great job protecting me from them. He was so strong.
At least, for the sake of the fact that you brought back Marilei, I am at least happy to see you for this. And thank you all for taking care of my idiot delivery boy.
Ah, it's no problem. Not even one. I'd give just a hard slap on the back. He's no trouble at all, except when he was.
Anything he has offered you, unfortunately, as he has in the past, I'm sure any discounts that he has offered in return for this favor are not backed up by the company itself, understood? Alright.
He did promise a lot of discounts, but I guess I can let it slide. Not your discounts to give out there, Niccolo.
There is a world-ending a blizzard going on, but you're going to be the thing that puts me out of business!
I'm sorry, boss. Won't happen again.
It better not, sir.
No, Papi Bertuccio. He wasn't thinking about running you out of business. He was thinking of getting the remaining survivors when they crave pizza to come to your place, so that you would always have customers.
Rather your place than the animatronics, right, boss?
Mm-hmm.
Well, when they were bringing me here, I happened to pass by that pizzeria, and I could not help but to notice a lot of blood, bodies, and I could not help but to think to myself, they got what's coming to them. I don't think we'll have to worry about them again, Niccolo.
That's what they get for coming into our turf, eh, boss?
He just laughs, points at you.
Spoken like a true former mafioso.
Hey, I'm pretty sure this guy was in a gang.
This fucker was in a mafia.
This guy used to be the Godfather, is what he was.
They sure won't move again, boss. I promise you that.
They're dead.
What they did to my boy.
Holy fuck.
Maybe we can pick up the store for cheap, eh?
Expand? But who would run it?
Maybe Niccolo.
No, no.
No, I'm just a delivery boy.
He cannot even. In the course of 2 days, he has lost 2 cars. Why would I trust him with a building?
You're right, boss.
You're right. Some guy's probably gonna come along and cut your building in half.
Not if I... Yeah, no. Someone would totally just come by because of Niccolo to chop a building in half.
Have I mentioned I'm so grateful that you are here?
Give you such a warm reception. Come off as ungrateful.
To be honest, boss, I actually am happy you made it. It's hard to find work in the city, so I don't look for another job.
He was worried about you, Papi. He just is... You know how Niccolo is with his feelings.
Get rid of them. You're right.
It is a good thing you showed up here. This place is filled with many people who are all in need of a small ray of hope. What I'm gonna need you to do is I need you to go back out into the blizzard and get us the ingredients we need to make the pizza. And then we're going to sell to them. They are vulnerable, Niccolo.
Can't we take the ingredients from the other place? Boss, come on.
They are probably dead. They will not miss it.
You're right.
We will cook for them and charge an emergency surplus on top of our normal fees.
Wow.
They only have access to rations, Niccolo. They'll pay whatever we ask. All right?
He's just like looking at him like, of course.
Next time you go out, you make sure to pick up what I ask you to, all right? Until then, don't speak of it to anyone.
Top priority, boss.
There's a side quest right there.
I was gonna say, it's like, hey, Cody, you just got a fetch quest.
Yeah, man.
I'm also going to need you to pick up a stove and, basically find me a kitchen and bring it back here too, alright?
And make sure you bring it back within a
here I
minute
thought
or else
you would
it'll be
be-
no good.
And here I thought you would have unreasonable requests, boss.
Why don't you just use the kitchen that the animatronic people were in?
It is
I don't know. We're in a stadium. Maybe use an oven from like the cooling dog stand or something.
I would never spit upon the graves of a fellow pizza connoisseur by using their kitchen. But it is probably not up to my standards.
It's probably covered in blood, yes.
You have standards?
Looks over, middle-aged head tilted towards you, Arden. You get the one. You run your mouth at me again that way, I'll close it permanently. Capiche?
And don't threaten my Arden. Or just Arden.
Look, sorry, you get one.
Looks to you, Theo. Looks back. Or maybe something bad happens to those who might be close to you. Who's to say?
I dare you to try, Pizza Man.
Let's all.
I don't dare you to
down.
try.
Let's all just calm down now. So I'm sorry for saying the things I did. It's just that Niccolo doesn't, sing its high praises enough. So I had a poor opinion of it.
Oh, that sounds like him.
Under the bus, Arden.
Niccolo, you are always on the job. Always on the job!
Always on the job. But I need to make sure I clock out every night at 10 p.m.
I'm not paying for you to stand around and do nothing.
Of course. By the way, boss, I never did clock out before everything went down. Do I still get paid for all of that for all those hours?
He starts walking away backwards, looking at I told you once, I've told you 1,000 times. Walking away, echoing, you do not get paid overtime. What am I? A charity? Just leaves.
Oh, God.
He seems nice.
I don't know anything about that man, but I'm 98% sure he was in the mafia.
Oh yeah, he's killed a man. Totally.
Of that I can be sure.
Kind of has that smell about him that I've killed a man smell, I'll fight him if he tries to kill you, Arden. I'll do it.
Well,
I'll
fight
win.
him if he tries to hurt you.
Well, good.
Or anyone else.
I don't think any of you have to worry about it. I'm pretty sure that just about anybody here, and that includes Emmanuel, could probably be fine when it comes to him. However...
What do you mean includes? I have a gun.
Yeah, he's the most powerful one.
You have one thing more than he has. Apparently they took his.
These are the daft fucks who gave the child a gun. Almost
I
forgot
wonder
about
why
that.
I don't want to trust them, Arden!
8 hours, 7 or 8 hours passed before you guys find Adrian comes to get you, yells up at you from the bottom, because you guys said you were breaking into one of the private booths. So just down from the field, you just hear someone yelling up, and you're like, "Hey! Adric says that he and Ovet are ready to talk to you guys whenever you are, as long as you're feeling rested." You guys head over. Whenever you get in there, you pass through the little workshop area of the lower floor, head up to the main one. Whenever you step up there, you pass by Catelyn, who's just standing guard at the bottom of the stairway as you pass. And as you go up to the main floor, you once again bump into Adric, who is turned, and the sword in front of them again, hands on it as it's standing in a very kingly pose towards you guys. Ovet standing across the room from them, close enough to be able to talk. They invite you guys in whenever you enter. All right. Thanks for coming up so soon. Given the resources we have on hand, assuming a lot of you are willing to work with us, we think we have a general idea of what we should do. Our main issues currently are ease of travel, the blizzard, the safety of the people that are here once we're gone, and of course the structure's ongoing effects on the city. We do need to send people to help Colleen, but it's difficult while demons are still popping up in this city, so given what we know, he nods over to Ovet.
You all seem to know our enemy a bit better than we do, and the last structure let you inside. You all, thanks to her, seem to be able to survive in the blizzard more easily than us. I did build us these,
And she taps the strap on their arm.
they keep us warm for a little bit, but it's still a bit debilitating. You all seem to be able to survive out there indefinitely, effectively. So you're best in regards to sending out to do things. You have the best chances to make it inside there. And shutting those hell gates that are letting the frost hell blizzard in is the main concern we have right now.
We can stay here and fortify things while you do that. We'll need you to go take out the spire, and then we can reconvene and decide what we're going to do. In the spirit of the second commandment of the Knights of Ulyssia, we are unfortunately sworn to stay here and protect these people, even if it means sacrificing Colleen. We can't leave until we resolve this. In the name of the third and fourth, however, I command you, Gino and Emmanuel, at the very least, to head to that obsidian spire and resolve the situation, even if it costs you your own lives. Protect the boundaries of the human world and push the demons of the Frost Hells back. The rest of you being compliant? We can't force you to go, but we understand that you want to help at this point, so we trust that you'll accompany them. And then, once this blizzard is dealt with, we'll prioritize going after and dispatching the lust demon Lilith to ensure that no more interference is here after we leave this city. Then, we'll go meet up with Colleen. Does that sound good to all of you?
Yeah.
Sounds like a great plan.
Yes, sir.
Good. And if we're all in agreement, we do this, we find Colleen, we take down Lucifer, get our forces together, and then we stand together against Veilfar, and against whatever the Order of the Sword is doing. And while we're at it, we're going to find Leyden Stratum and find out exactly what's going on. I'm normally a relatively unlucky man, as far as I find, so I'm rather happy that things finally seem to be looking up. And then the lights go out. The lights go
just
out.
like
And as they do, there is no larger noise, nothing dramatic, but the lights and hum of machinery ceases in the area. And as it does, you just hear in the darkness, some of you able to see, just the sound of clothing moving as Adric once again rubs one of his temples and just, oh, wonderful. Oh, I'm so sorry. I know that seems bad, but this has actually happened a few times already.
Impeccable timing.
A
Yeah.
wonderful omen.
We've been running on backup power here. This place has about 4 backup generators, and they all keep breaking.
You mind if I ask for one more favor before you go?
What's that?
Could you go check a couple of them?
Yeah, sure.
Take Ovet with you. If they're broken, they can fix them. We'll take Ida with us, Ovet, and we'll send somebody. I'll send somebody else to check on the other 2. We need to have this place generating power, or else everybody's going to freeze.
Alright.
Let's make haste then.
There are access tunnels. You can get into them just by going down to the base area, heading out through one of the dugouts, and they're pretty evident. Ovet can show you the way.
Gotcha. Let's go.
Thanks for being a nice person.
You are welcome. Thanks for not being a bloodthirsty murderer.
You're welcome.
You're certainly welcome.
My card is still on the desk. If you need some time.
The hand reaches into frame, puts a
even-
card on
even-
the desk.
just touches it and casts light on the card. Ding! Ding.
As you guys head out, Ovet grabs a flashlight as you guys pass through the downstairs area.
Yeah, sorry, this has happened, I think this is the 4th time. The generators here were damaged in the earth splitting open. We tried to fix them, but bits of them keep freezing over, and a couple times demons have gotten into the downstairs areas. You wouldn't mind fighting anything if it showed up, right? Because I'm not really much of a...
I love that.
No, we can do that.
We can
Don't
help
mind
you.
at all.
Alright, you guys head down to the tunnels. Ovet leads you down to effectively maintenance tunnels that are underneath the area. Pipes line the ceilings, everything is... There's a faint, distant sound of water dripping, echoing down the area. As you proceed downwards, you come to a 3-way split that, going off in 2 directions, the hallway that you're in, the tunnels, lead farther than you can see, and then against the 3rd way that it goes, I guess technically a 4-way split, because the way you just came. Down directly in front of you, there's another visible door that appears to have ice covering most of it, a light over it that appears to be off and has lost power, with a keypad sitting next to it. Ovet moves their flashlight. 2 signs on top of both of them. You see they're above both passageways. There's signs that say Passage BGR3 and Passage BGR4. And then the one that has the keypad says Passage GSR06, but Ovet just moves their flashlight between the other 2 rapidly.
Guess it doesn't really matter which one we do first.
Your bats screeching down from one way.
Whichever way you guys want to go. There's a generator down both ways.
Good
That way.
adventurers go left.
I guess we're going.
Sure.
I'll hold my fingers in front of me. Left.
You head down that way. As you head down BGR3, you walk for about 10-15 minutes. Again, you see pipes and circuitry lining the walls, until you eventually stumble your way into a relatively dark room.
Should be somewhere around here.
You see her stumbling around and then collides in the dark with something, despite having light. So, like, just hits a wall, and you guys find that moving about this large room that you've come into, she seems to have stumbled into what appears to be a wall of ice.
Oh, that wasn't there last time. It's ice.
Sure is. Marley, can you do something about that?
I can try. I don't think sitting on it is going to help.
I think just plain old fire manipulator should be able to do something about that, right?
Yeah.
We can try.
You can certainly try.
We will try.
You create flames. As you do, you push them forward, and the ice does not seem to melt. You do note that there seems to be pathways to the side of it. Ovet starts moving their flashlight around, trying to find surfaces it's reflecting off of, but this ice also seems disturbingly clear. It doesn't look like naturally formed ice. Like, to the point where, without distinctly looking for it, you wouldn't even be able to tell it was there.
I'll swing my sword at it.
Swing your sword.
Breaking it?
Yeah, that's just what I'm doing.
As you do, you bring your sword up, you swing towards it, you hit it, it doesn't crack.
Shit. Okay.
You see Ovet, like, moving off to the side of it.
I think there's a way to get around it. I just gotta.
Oh, we can go the boring way.
Just trying to. I mean, I'll be over there. The generator's like literally, it's like 20 feet from here. It's right over there.
Let's go. Let's go.
Talk you through it.
Yeah, right.
What's up?
Don't worry about it. If we have a way, we're good.
Okay, cool.
All right.
You see them moving around, feeling along the ice and finding a path through what appear to be these large chunks that go from the floor up to the ceiling, until eventually Ovet turns their flashlight to what looks like a sputtering generator that's somewhat covered in frost.
All right. Give me not but a minute and I'll have this back up. Then the lights should come back on.
Theo. You do notice Theo standing beside one of the, in the area. Looking around in the dark, it's hard to see because of how clear it is, but you see coming out of one of these large chunks of ice, you see what looks to be just slowly this large hand-like form, almost forming out of it, like gliding out, made of ice itself, reaching down very quietly for what looks like where Emmanuel's head is. This massive claw of ice opens its palm and wraps around his head, not quite touching his scalp.
Manny, duck!
Manny, there's a snapping sound as Theo yells at you, and you duck down as you hear a clamp, this almost cement-like snapping sound above your head as you duck out of the way. And Theo, as this happens, you see this arm, this hand, retract back into the ice.
There was like a nasty hand trying to reach for your head, Manny.
Guess he's gotta die.
Theo, you see something moving inside the ice, but it doesn't quite... It's hard to make out its shape. It almost looks like ripples in a water, like the same kind of distortion that oil in water has moving within the ice. Something that has the same consistently gliding through it, but is changing its internal composition as it moves.
There's something in the ice, guys.
What the hell?
I don't know.
As you guys all prepare for it, you hear the sound of screeching again, and flapping. Large wings moving, coming from back the way you came. Going to the top of initiative real quick. You guys see large wings flapping. You see a shape moving on the other side of ice. As you see a creature careening down the hallway, up above you, about 20 feet removed, up above higher than you. So you see the frosty form of one of these boys. A large reptilian-looking bat, a long tail coming off of it. Its body itself, about the size of a fully grown man. As it comes out, its wingspan struggling to not catch on the sides of the icy walls around you as it moves. You see its tail has a large hooked ice protrusion coming off of it that shapes roughly into what looks like a pincer. Ice covers its back, forming spikes that strike off behind it. As it looks at you, see its body bloats irregularly, with this blue glow seeming to make parts of it expand kind of randomly inside, with a soft glow coming from under its skin. As it looks at you, it lets out another screech as it moves.
Oh, you're a fast boy. You're a fast little piece of shit boy.
It's true.
Crawling through the walls, looking for meat.
Looking for meat. Looking for squeak. So it flies over the lot of you. It seems to ignore your echo, as it moves. As it comes out, it lets out a screech that reverberates around the area, intense enough that it feels like it would almost shatter this ice if it wasn't irregularly strong.
Yeah, I'm just gonna send my echo up, right up to it, and I'm going to just fucking wail on this little Noivern-looking bastard.
It does look like a Noivern, yeah.
I don't know what that is.
Pokemon.
Pokemon!
Alright.
Alright, yeah!
It's a Pokemon that looks like that. Got it. Alright.
There's
You
no
go for that attack. That misses.
Yeah, imagine. Alright, heckin', you know what? Have a style point. More style on your ass. Here we go.
You attack. That hits.
Yay! Yeah!
Strike. It deals 13 damage. There's this curious effect where as it goes up, you notice that your echo is not reflected in any of the surfaces of the ice.
Interesting.
You've never seen it reflected in anything, in fact. Goes for the attack, strikes it. As it does, this cold mist pours out of the wound that you leave on it. It lets out another screech as it's struck.
About to hit it again. Unleash Incarnation. Yeah!
That's a hit. Absolutely, that's a hit.
Yeah. And that's a fucking style point.
Style point. When you're hitting up the back, you get a style point.
Why not? This is what Gino does. He action surges immediately.
16 more damage. As you hit it, you notice it lets it stops screeching as much whenever you hit it at this point. Seems to like move more slowly, and you notice that the strange expansions within its body stop going down, and its body starts slowly expanding out with this bluish energy building up inside of it.
Have another.
It's another 17 damage.
I wish I wasn't already maxed on style points. I'd be getting so many. Final attack. Boom.
That's a hit. Oof.
That's him.
Is it time, boys?
It's time for whatever you're talking about.
Is it time for some red collider and hope we knock it prone? First, I have to do the save on him, right?
Yes. He fails.
Yeah.
Rush towards him. Bring a conjure fire into the shape of a bull-like construction and fire it upwards towards him. It hits him. As it does, you notice the bluish glow inside of it begins to subside as it heats up. Go ahead and roll your damage against him.
Well,
it is incinerated above you.
Good job, guys.
What?
We did it!
What?
Oh, way to fucking go!
What the
Look at
fuck?
high fives with Mario.
What?
Gina did do an absurd amount of damage onto it.
Okay.
Is there anything else you want to do? It is incinerated. There's a moment of peace, and then you hear more screeching coming from farther down the hallway.
Ah, there it is.
Oh, there's more where that came from. Wonderful. I think that's me, because I wasn't expecting to get this far.
I didn't think I'd get this far.
Yeah.
Alrighty.
I think that's me.
Just emerging about halfway, you turn, and with all the flames, you see they begin to form T-1000 style out of the material of the ice. You see just this large construct-looking creature, this vaguely humanoid-looking thing made of ice, emerging. You see one of these boys reaching out, forming out of the ice behind you.
Oh, jeez.
He's so cute.
He kind of is, weirdly.
As it reaches towards you again, and it is going to try to attack you.
There's a part of me in a different universe that loves you, but right now I think you stink.
Strikes down at you, and it hits.
Of course it does. I'm a manual.
It hits, dealing 24 damage to you. It's then going to make a second attack. As it strikes at you, part of its body reforms and reshapes, coming at you with another claws. It strikes, comes out, hits you, Manny. You take another 20 points of damage.
Oh my god!
Then as it does, it begins slinking back into the ice.
Oh, get back here!
Gliding into it and disappearing. By the time it leaves your range, it is already out of it.
With my bonus action, I'm going to cast basically right on Emmanuel. I want to cast Healing Spirit. So I will make a little healing spirit go over Emmanuel. It says I can make it look like a beast, so it'll be a cat. And then I'm gonna give that boy a shoot.
All right, do a shoot. You do that. You put your hand out. A little white cat spirit appears that mimics the black cat spirit that he has. You raise your rifle up at the Frost Hellbat. Go ahead. That hits. Good rolls today.
Yeah, holy heck.
Rolls.
You deal 22 damage to it. The form of
Oh, shit.
another beast made of ice. Another
jeez.
ice elemental emerges from the other side. As it does, Gino, it is going to attack you, but rather than hit you directly, it puts its hands out to the side and seems to drag this is gonna sound weird because you'll be like, that's just water, Logan. It drags liquid ice back from behind it towards you. It still looks like ice. It's just moving like water, okay? It's not water. It is this viscous, you know what? I don't know you guys anything. I don't need to convince you that's what it's doing. That's what it's doing. It's moving ice
Gino's
like
too stupid
water.
to know the difference.
It pulls it in towards you and pushes it onto you. It nat 20s.
I'm using unmovable object. As a reaction to take damage from an attack or effect, you can spend 3 style points to alter the properties of the shield. You gain resistance to the triggering damage type for 1 hour, including against the triggering damage itself.
Cool. Give yourself resistance against cold then. It pulls it down on you and immediately tries to encase you in this material. You take 19 damage. Reduced from 39. You then need to make a constitution save.
Pretty good,
which
though.
you succeed!
Yeah!
You manage to push against it and avoid being trapped in this ice. And then, as this is going on, it is going to back into the ice.
So I'm going to make a perception check because I'm pretty alright at those, and I'm gonna try to locate a boy.
That would be your action, just so you know.
Uh-huh.
Okay,
Located boy.
where are you trying to locate one?
Around where one popped out by Nanny before.
Okay, roll me perception.
I'm gonna put a style point into it.
Gonna look with style. Black bars coming around your eyes.
What do you see with your stylish eyes?
Whoa!
Yo!
You can keep track
Nice
of it. You
performance
see
check.
it. It's a 20, whatever. As you look towards it, you can, Theo, having noticed it before, you can keep track of it now. When it's in the ice, you can see its very small movements, the change in consistency inside the ice as it moves within it. It's hard, but you can keep track of it now, as long as it's in there. It's coming around the corner, another bat.
Motherfucker!
Manny, this one swoops in towards you. Comes into attack, it's gonna go for a bite.
Bring it, jerk. You can't bite me.
Goes for a bite, it hits.
Leave him alone.
It strikes you, dealing 7 damage. It's then going to go for a Talons attack, which hits.
About to deal 7 damage to your face. Oh,
I'm
you're
so sorry,
dead.
Manny.
You're so dead if I'm conscious after this.
No!
Don't worry, he's fine.
As it does that,
Oh, yeah.
because it hit a creature with both attacks, it's going to use its bonus action to make a hooked ice tail attack against Marile. Which hits. It takes recoil fire damage. Marile, you take a total of 13 damage, but as it strikes you, it hooks into you. You are grappled by it. As it grapples you, you're going to occupy the same space. It moves up, and it's going to pull you 10 feet into the air with it.
Oh my god.
Oh god, these things are huge.
Does it have enough
Yeah.
movement to do that? Damn.
Yeah. It's a flying creature. They always have ridiculous movement.
Heck.
As it pulls you up, you know, the bodies of this thing, like, not counting its wingspan, the bodies of these things are almost the size of a full-grown adult. These are huge.
They're like Charizard.
They're like they are, in fact, like other Pokemon. I'll just describe things using Pokemon from now on.
Yeah! It's like a golem.
Hell, I hate to do this to you, Manny, but your first turn at level 6, roll a death save.
Oh, he's fine.
He heals him.
Oh, right, it heals you. Oh, right, go ahead and apply that. Sorry, Niccolo, get him. I don't hate to do this to you.
Get up.
Nice heal.
What the fuck just happened? Why am I on the ground?
Why am I in the air?
Point up.
I stand up. I am going to... Yeah, why not? I'm going to inflict wounds the bat that hit me.
All right. Well, they both hit you by this point. I think they both...
One carrying Marile.
Okay.
And he is going to be the dead, hopefully.
You guys just hear as this is happening, the sound of tools working. You just hear I understand that things have gotten bad back there, but can you guys try to keep it a little bit more calm? If anything shakes, I might... there it goes. Screw. All right, come back here, you.
16.
That hits. That just hits.
Day.
You hit it with necrotic damage. It takes 10. It seems to resist the damage.
Ah, beans! And then I'm gonna use Quicken Spell, and I'm gonna cast Blink on myself.
Alrighty.
At the end of each of my turns, I roll a d20. On a roll of 11 or higher, I vanish from the plane. and appear in the ethereal plane. If I'm already in the ethereal plane, the spell just doesn't work. I can't cast it there.
Yeah.
At the start of my next turn, I reappear within 10 feet of where I was, or the spell ends. I'll reappear on the material plane 10 feet from where I was, or the nearest unoccupied space if it's unavailable.
Gotcha.
I'm gonna have heckin' Senor Echo over here. Just float on over to that boy there. Heckin' swing that.
That's a hit! That's a crit!
Fuck yeah!
Oh, don't you do an extra thing on crits now?
I do.
Dude,
It has disadvantage on all attacks until the start of my next turn now, and its speed is lowered by 10.
Alrighty.
If it gets more attacks.
If it does. I don't imagine these things to really be vulnerable to those effects. Go swing it again. It's not. I mean, I plan to kill it. So another crit.
Oh my god!
I plan to kill it. So then I killed
26
It's not
damage.
dead!
It's not dead!
Fuck it! Unleash incarnation. I refuse to let you live now. Fucking perish.
You hit. It dies. As
There
it does,
we
though,
go.
as you hit it, its body swells. It becomes almost this ball of this mass of blue energy, and it explodes. Who's within 15 feet of it? You are.
Ow.
You are.
Woo,
It's
not
10 feet
being
above the ground,
held
so it
by
would be
it.
down and then 5. So Manny and Marile. So 1.
Everybody have got to go.
Could you roll me a Constitution saving throw for the Echo? 19. Okay, so it does not get hit by this. Well, it takes half rather. So you two.
It's gonna die either way.
Yeah. You both take half as it explodes, dealing 9 cold damage to both of you.
No.
Marile, as you fall, you're gonna take 1d6 falling damage. 5.
Can I?
Blink doesn't go away when you lose concentration, does it?
It super doesn't.
All right. Good to know. You're not blinked right now, though, right? You're still there.
No, I'm still here.
Yeah.
I'm gonna spend 3 points to do Howling Smite.
Okay. And then you just have that on your weapon now.
Smack.
It dies. Did your weapon have fire on it?
Yes.
It doesn't explode.
Woo!
Nice.
Cut it in half. It hits
There
the
you go,
ground,
fire
de-inflates.
damage.
Its body turns to ice, but it does not explode.
I'm gonna get here, and I'm gonna hold my action to shoot something if it comes out of a thing of ice.
Gotcha. He's there. He doesn't have to come out to hit you. Part of him will appear. So what's going to happen here is you can make your attack, Nicolo, but he's going to have superior cover. Go ahead and roll your attack as a hand reaches out to try to grab at Arden. You hit. You deal minimum damage.
Take that, fucker!
Reminds me. As you shoot it, Arden, I'm gonna be nice here and say that the attack, hitting it and chunking off part of its arm before it hits you alerts you to it. It's not gonna have advantage on its attacks against you.
That's good. Now he has disadvantage.
It's true. He misses. The first one scrapes your arm, you duck away. The second one, another claw emerges, tries to attack you. That one hits. You take 20 damage, and you maintain concentration. The hand then disappears back into the ice.
So I'm gonna scoot my wee boot, so I'll get my money, and then I'm going to use my bonus action to summon my flame blade.
Okay.
Because I'm tracking the boy, I'm going to hold my action to bap him with the flame blade.
Okay, you summon the flame blade. There's a concentration effect for that, I believe.
Yep.
Okay.
I got it. I was about to put it on too.
Yep. You put that on yourself. You hold your action to attack it if it comes out. All right, Manny, when you go that way, it is going to take a reaction to attack you. As it comes out, I will note, Theo, you may attack it. It has superior cover. That still hits.
Damn Blair's that 3d6 hop. Yeah.
It takes 26. However, it is then going to attack Manny, who it should not have advantage against because he stood. It dropped the first 14. It still hit, though.
Yes.
It shouldn't have done that good, but it did.
Well, this might solve my conundrum.
Yep. Sorry, Manny. Which means you're still there.
My turn ends. I disappear.
And Manny blinks.
No!
I would like to do the thing where I dance and bring sexy back.
It's true. All right, roll Dance of Coercion. Do you...
Wisdom saving throw against your spell save DC.
Oh, is it Wisdom? And he failed. So he's charmed by you for a minute. He is not immune to it. And while charmed this way, he rolls minuses 1d4 from all of his attacks, saves, and checks. and he can try to break out of this on each one of his turns at the end of it. And once it succeeds against this effect, it is immune to it for 24 hours. It also, because it's charmed by you, it also cannot attack you.
I'm gonna dash. And when I dash, I don't provoke opportunity attacks because of the devil arm I have. I wanted to go down the hall, and I want to get here. All right, I'm gonna bait it.
Roll me a, let's say roll me an intimidation check to try to steal its attention. You try to distract it, you try to get its attention, you don't see any kind of movement from within the ice. All right, Manny, you pop back into existence. You heal.
We throw that heal. Hiya!
Here you go. You're back. You heal.
He's alive!
Fuck yeah! I take a step to the side.
It attacks you. Theo.
I don't think Aaron wants to play the game.
I did.
I am going to stand here, and I am going to achieve my goal.
Theo, it comes out. You can roll an attack against it with superior cover.
Alright, I'm gonna put style points into it, y'all. And
You shan't stop me, you icy knave!
I love you, dude. And y'all.
That hits. Roll damage with Flame Blade against it as it reaches out for Aaron.
bitch!
You deal 22 more damage to it. It then goes for an Ice Claw attack on Aaron.
On Aaron. Not Manny.
Sorry. Listen. He gets to be Manny once he does something. It hits! You take enough. You're down. I'm so sorry.
Help me!
And then
Aaron just doesn't want to
I
play.
remain.
you remain. Oh.
No, I have a strategy. This isn't me not playing. I have a thing I'm trying to do.
Gino! It goes without saying, it recedes back into the ice.
So, Vicious Mockery is psychic damage.
Yes, I believe it's... does it say it has to see or hear you?
Let me look at... well, here's the thing. I have interpretive expression. So I can just dance like I want to curse it out, and it'll be like... I can just offend it with my dance moves.
So there's two things about that work. First of all, I like it. I like it is the first thing. Second of all is to use Vicious Mockery, you only have to be able to see the creature. It does have to be able to hear you, but you know what, given your class, sure. I can say you can Vicious Mockery somebody through dance. I'm about that.
Okay.
I'm gonna play D&D.
I've been looking at this and I'm like, wait a minute.
Yeah.
I can use my bard spells without voice. Does that mean I can offend it by twerking?
Get it, do it. It fails. It takes 5 damage, and then apply the effect to it as well.
Yeah.
It has disadvantage on its next attack. Is that you?
That's me. I found a way to damage it.
You all get the general idea that Arden is trying to lure it over to where he is.
I'm going to shoot this ice elemental a lot of times.
Has superior cover. Remember to count for that.
Like that matters.
I mean,
For
it might.
Nicolo.
It might.
Go ahead.
I'm gonna style point.
You shoot. You deal 15 damage to it. A chunk of ice blows off of it.
Yeah.
It takes another 10 damage.
I am then looking to Emmanuel, seeing what he was doing before, looking to everybody seeing their thing. He is going to doop, 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 doop. He's gonna go through his healing spirit and then get on the other side of Fiona. Does he attack me?
Yes. As you pass in and out of its space, it is going to use its reaction to attack you.
Yes.
It strikes at you, and it nat 20s.
Let's go.
Strikes you for 49 damage.
Ah, damn! There goes my healing.
Oh,
I recast it.
Sure. Number 2 is going to move towards you. You know where it is, so it's not going to have advantage, but it is going to attack you, Marile. As it does, it'll have disadvantage on the first attack. It still hits. It takes fire damage. As it hits you, part of the claw melts away as it strikes you, but then it regrows itself, pulling ice from the surrounding area. Marile, you are unconscious.
Oh, fuck. I danced too hard.
It means your dance of coercion on the other one also ends. It begins moving out and emerges. You would be able to... It would come within 10...
get him!
Go for it. It walks out of the ice towards you, its lumbering form stomping along the ground towards you.
Yes.
You hit it! You strike it, dealing 24, raised up to 27 damage because of the fire. As you hit it...
It can't move.
It can't move from there?
Sentinel, right?
Sentinel.
Right, it stops where it is as you hit it. You strike it and the flames burn through one of its legs. It falls down to one knee, the other one being destroyed, and it starts regrowing the limb. But as it does, it's stuck there.
With Flame Blade higher, pew! Please do good.
That's a hit.
Yay!
Nice.
Flame Blade, pew!
You strike. You deal 14 damage total.
Fucking, yeah, we are gonna Dragon Surge, y'all, and, hiya, bitch.
Make sure to hit superior cover and go for it.
Hiya, bitch.
Hiya!
Hiya, bitch!
Oh.
No!
That one misses.
Saving
face, I'm kidding.
Overwhelming advance, actually.
Roll another d20.
Hey.
Yo!
That one misses.
Oh!
Even worse.
Even worse!
I stand up. So the way I have to do this, it's partially out right now, right?
Yes, it has superior cover against things.
Okay, I don't got a ready shit, so this is gonna be action. I'm gonna use Panacea on Marile.
Okay.
I run over there and I'm gonna heal them for 2 sorcery points. I can spend sorcery points to cast Cure Wounds. Equal to the amount of sorcery points I use up to my max spell level.
Nice.
Fuck yeah.
Get 15 back, and then I am going to freaking quicken. This is going to work. I am casting lightning lure on the ice elemental.
Yes!
This is not going to succeed, and I'm going to cry.
It fails.
It is going to be pulled 10 feet in a straight line towards me.
It kind of squishes everybody as it pulls out, but you use it. Lightning arcs around it, pulls it in towards you, and it emerges, stumbling out from the ice, out into the open.
Welcome to my domain. We have
feel
some
it now.
words to have, you and I.
Put you there.
The ice elemental is that one person on the couch with like 6 dudes behind them now. Like,
Is that your turn, Emmanuel?
You have no chance to defeat me. And
I appreciate that you were setting yourself up to be cut off.
Yeah.
I appreciate you a lot. Gino, you are still grappling it.
okay, so I don't remember if we had this conversation before. Can the Echo make attacks fine while I'm doing that?
You can attack while you're grappled anyways. While you're grappling anyways.
With a two-handed weapon?
The idea is like you could grapple somebody by wrapping a leg around them and whatnot, so...
That's fair.
We'll say, go ahead.
Okey-doke.
Go ahead. I'll hand wave it.
Fuck you!
If it is a rule, I don't care.
Fuck yeah! 2 style points and fucking die! That's a lot of ones, but not anymore!
Thank God for great weapon master.
Note for future Hayden, that's a TikTok.
Going again. Style point. Yeah!
That hits. And you do another 17 to it. You guys hear a clicking sound? There's this sputtering all of a sudden, and you just hear like a, alright, got it! As the generator kicks to life, and as it does, as the red emergency power lights sputter on.
It looks so much less safe now.
Yeah.
You're right.
I'm not stuck in here with you. You're stuck in here with me.
It is going to attack Theo. And it misses the first attack.
Woohoo!
It tries to strike you, drags its claw along the ice. It is then going to go for another attack, and this one's going to be on Gino. And it hits. Strikes you, dealing 18 damage. It then tries to get back into the ice. It moves and puts its hand in and tries to shift itself towards it. But it can't manage to. It's grappled. Can't move away from you. Arden, it's you and that boy.
Gonna kick its ass.
In that very red space.
You know, over in Fight Club, yeah.
I'm gonna Fight Club him to death.
Oh!
That is a 12 hit.
That does not hit.
Second attack.
That one hits.
There you go.
Get
All
him.
right, I'll take it. I'm going to stack my Brand of Castigation on him.
All right, cool.
This is whenever I damage a creature, I can choose to sear an arcane brand of Hemocraft magic into it.
You deal 24 damage up to 26.
Hell yeah.
Theo.
Hi. Flame blade, y'all.
You rush at it, jump towards it, strike it with your flame blade. You make that noise, you hit.
Theo does something to my brain, guys. Yeah.
I
And
couldn't
it is
possibly
destroyed.
understand what you mean.
You strike through it, its body is cut in half, parts of it melting. There's a cracking sound from the two halves of its body, and they start to shatter and break apart into smaller and smaller pieces of ice that collapse to the ground.
Gonna scoot my boot over there and heading towards Arden, and that's going to be me.
All these goddamn kill stealers coming after my thing.
Hi.
I could probably give them a kiss, or I can twerk in their face and offend them again with the clap of my ass cheek.
One or the other. Like, either one would be great, honestly.
The way you damage them is they clutch their pearls.
Arden, now's your time. This is the time. The time is now.
Now's the time. The time is now. All right.
Arden,
Natural one.
leave him on Nat 19.
Do it,
What?
daddy.
Leave him on Nat 19, Arden.
I'm going to use amplified version of Blood Curse of Agony.
Okay.
So I gotta use, I gotta roll some damage on myself real quick. Oh crap!
Oh
Shouldn't have cut yourself with the glaive. You're bringing. You do not take. What? How much of that?
16.
You don't. You don't. No, more than that. You don't take 19 of that.
Yeah.
Oh my god.
Okay.
Give yourself back 19. You should be at
39 plus 19.
it's 58. I'll put you up to it.
Yeah.
There you go.
That is amazing.
The moment we all see the dice roll all in unison, just no!
Oh, goodbye,
Get
Arden.
the potato, daddy.
Okay.
That feels
What?
weird.
Yeah. Also, because I used a blood curse, I get a style point.
Nice. You do it, as you do, its body begins to bulk up as if excess ice is forming, and you see air pockets appearing inside of it. Parts of it begin to crack as it bloats.
I swing my glaive at its arm. I'm gonna try and chop it off.
All right.
Yeah.
That's it. That's a hit.
That was so.
Yeah.
That was a ride.
Yeah.
Those,
That. Wait,
There's 3 different numbers.
I should have more damage than that. Oh.
Roll 2d8. Roll 2d8. Roll 2d8. Everything on this turn's gone wrong. That's really funny. Okay. That's really funny. All right. What are you doing now?
Second attack.
All right. If this hits, then how do you want to do this? I mean, roll your damage, but how do you want to do this? It had one. It had 1 hit point.
All right. Yeah, like I said, with the first attack, I'm gonna slice and just try and take off its arm, and then with the second attack, I cut off like the leg that the same side that the arm was on that I cut off. So it just kind of falls over to its side.
You cut off the leg, and as you do, its weight begins to shift. It crashes against the ice to its side. As it tries to push itself back up, the air pockets your curse is causing inside it begin to expand out. It grows, and then shatters explosively into shards of ice.
That was awesome.
Oh, it was really scary there when I hurt myself.
It looked way worse for a second.
I'm gonna
I
wait
really
for.
thought it was worse for a moment, but like you're fine.
I'm gonna wait for Emmanuel to come back. I'm just gonna throw both the rest of the healings on him.
Emmanuel comes back. Manny, just for the fun of it, roll me, after you come back, roll me a d20. Manny comes back, 6 seconds later, he disappears.
Well, I gave him one before he disappears. I'll wait for the other one.
A few seconds later, he reappears again, and then disappears.
Ready to come back?
That's as many as I can give him.
And then he disappears.
I can't keep losing him.
How long does that spell last?
That would be the last one, less a minute.
Before that second last one, Ovet comes up.
It's like, all right, that's done. Okay, so on. Where's the manual? Oh, there you are. Oh, there you go.
Hi there. Ovet.
Everything taken care of?
Should be. The lights are back on, but we have one more generator to check on. And I'm assuming the others do their side as well. Then we should be good.
Crap.
All right, well, we can assume that there are some more of those bat-like creatures down that other way, so keep on guard.
Okay.
Yeah.
I didn't see any bats.
I got a little batty in here.
All right, let's take off. We got more to deal with, and then we'll head back upstairs and get the real party started.
And as you guys begin to walk away, just based purely on time, that's where we'll stop for today.
Goodbye.
Goodbye.